Hi again, this is Hawaii calling on Christmas Day 2007. Look at the bird out there. See? Hawaii is such a wonderful place. There's a mist starting to form. We've had a number of rainbows. And I find, look at that little bird. And I find that we are actually have enough bandwidth for me to read some from my book, which I would like to offer you all and offer the world as a Christmas present and a gift to the children of the world for 2008. It's called Uncle Tom's Classroom, How One Public School Teacher Awakened His Students to the Cosmic Super Self Within. And I will read a little bit more. I was reading up until page 21 about talking to an 8th grade student about how difficult her life was in middle school. I'm sorry if I added to your problems, Helen. I tried to console her, for she had always been such an accomplished student. I knew that what she was describing was a fairly accurate assignment of her stressful teenage life. I know that it must be rough. You wouldn't believe it, Mr. Berg. I have no freedom at all, none. My parents keep bossing me around till morning, from morning until night, pressuring me to make a 4.8 grade point average on my report card, get into the best high school in San Francisco, and submit my science project on time for the all-city competition. I can't take it anymore. I feel like my brain is being filled up with everybody's demands and I don't have any say at all. I'm a slave. Sometimes I even imagine jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge to get free. She put her head down on her arms and cried quietly. Don't worry, Helen. I'll call your parents in for a conference this week and talk to them about you and your summer. I'll ask them to get off your back a bit and give you a little freedom. In the meantime, just forget about my assignment for a few days and focus on what your mom and dad have asked you to do. School is almost out. There are so many better ways to find your freedom than to contemplate ending your life through something like suicide. You know, your mom and dad just want you to succeed. They think they know what's best for you. They want you to have the life they never had. I know your mom loves you very, very much, and your dad works 2 jobs just to try to give you a better chance in life, a chance that they didn't feel they ever had back in China. I know, Helen said, wiping tears from her cheeks, but they're driving me crazy, and they don't respect me as a person. They have no idea how tired and unhappy I am, and they don't really appreciate how hard I work every single day, including weekends. She blew her nose and tried to smile. What they want from me isn't at all what I want for myself. Their dreams aren't my dreams. What do you want, Helen? I asked, sensing that I was beginning to help her calm down a little bit. What is your bliss? If you could follow your bliss, what is it? I always quoted Joseph Campbell to my students. I want to be a teacher like you more than anything, but my parents say that they can't afford to pay for college tuition, and the only way I can go to college if I get all A's and win a scholarship. So I have to get A's or else my life is absolutely ruined. I want to show you a little more of Hawaii while I read here. Oh, Mr. Berg, it is so hard, and I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. I'm not even getting your assignments done anymore, and you're my favorite teacher in the whole school. Don't worry about it, Helen. I don't really care about that assignment. You have already proven to yourself to me many, many times. I know you are brilliant, and I know you're dedicated. I know you can follow through on assignments that you love. Your project of bliss this semester was one of the most outstanding projects I've ever received from any of my students. So your A+ on the final report card is a sure thing. She nodded, looking up at me gratefully through misty eyes. Helen had created an extraordinarily detailed scale model of a classroom of the future, with 30 little chairs and desks and a small statue of me standing in a little podium lecturing about my cosmic super curriculum. She had also included a little statue of her made up to represent her as an adult working as my student teacher. The fact that she was visualizing and imagining us teaching together in some future probable reality made me very proud and happy. Above the door of the model classroom, she had designed a sign that proclaimed in beautiful calligraphy, Bergland University, First Cosmic School of the Super Self. The scale model classroom was so professionally constructed that I had displayed it downstairs in the main office, where it had won enthusiastic school-wide acclaim. Her focus on architectural details was amazing. Remember, Helen, what society wants of you is kind of like a computer program. You always have the choice as to whether or not you're going to let society or anyone outside of you program you or brainwash you to hate your own unique life and your own dreams, your own bliss path, or not. You have a super self in you. Remember the super self, and it gives you the ultimate power of always having freedom of choice and freedom of thought. It helps you log off of the outer program that tries to make you fit in to a specific mold or lose track of your own unique bliss path. And what's most important is that your inner cosmic super self can really help you stay logged on to your own inner vision, your own inner program, your own desires, your dreams, your wishes, your wants, no matter what. No matter what. I know that you have what it takes to handle all the demands that your parents and the system are placing on you. You have shown me already that you know how to access your inner superpowers. But remember, we must all fight constantly to stay focused on who we really are and to hold on to the vision of what we really, really want all the time, no matter how much well-meaning adults may seem to try to steer us in other directions. Your inner super self is infinitely ingenious. It has super miraculous ways to make all your dreams come true within the quantum field of infinite possibilities. To in fact allow you to become a master of this quantum field. So the challenge for you today, right now, is to stay tuned into your real inner identity, to your inner program, and to all those dreams of yours, even when the older generation or the systems that they run seem to keep trying to boss you around and make you do what they say is best for you. And now I quote from Carl Jung, who said, "Who looks outside gets lost in the world, but who looks within awakens. God is apparently trying to be born in and as man." You're right, Mr. Berg. I just have to keep remembering to stay logged on to my cosmic super self. Helen smiled broadly, looking up at me with a glimmer of renewed hope shining in her eyes. I keep forgetting how powerful and cool my super self really is. And I know it's in me. I really am Lawa. Lawa is a Hawaiian word we coined that means enough. A word that I used with my children kind of as a mantra when they became overwhelmed. She goes on, my super self helped me create my project of bliss, and I felt totally enough when I was doing that. In fact, I usually feel enough when I'm in your class. You help me feel enough. And you know, Mr. Berg, I'm already feeling a lot better. You always seem to know what to say to me, to remind me who I really, really am. She smiled. And who are you, Helen? I asked, winking. I am a cosmic super self. I am all-powerful, and I am connected to the one super self of the universe. I can feel it within me. In fact, it just downloaded a really cool idea into my mind for your homework assignment. I'll bring it in tomorrow, I promise. She grinned, picked up her backpack, and left, yelling back, I will take thought where thought has never gone before, just like you always tell us to. Just the mere mention of the cosmic super self and its inner power had shifted her energy and her vibration to a level of self-confidence that opened up a new vast array of possibilities in her mind, in her consciousness. she left.